250 years of slavery, 100 years of Jim Crow, sharecropping, the Ku Klux Klan, lynchings, bombings, mass incarceration, the separation and destruction of the black family. All of that has had an effect on our mind. Our mind needs to be decolonized. We today are experiencing mental slavery, not physical slavery as once our ancestors had to endure. In my book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, we take you through every step to start releasing the chains that's on your mind. He or she who controls the mind control the person. It is in the vested interest of the white supremacist system to keep your mind bogged down in a mental slavery, throwing entertainment, throwing drugs, throwing alcohol, anything they can at you to keep you bogged down. You got to free yourself from mental slavery by purchasing our book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, today on Amazon. Make sure you share it with your family, share it with your friends. Everyone can benefit from decolonizing the mind, because once your mind is decolonized, you will never be put to sleep again. So 2 white supremacists were sentenced to prison from an incident that we had covered here on our channel. So this white supremacist father and son was convicted of a hate crime after they shot at and attempted to run over 2 black teenagers riding ATVs in Yazoo County in September. Was sentenced this Friday, actually. Okay, so they said the 2 were found guilty on various charges on Thursday. They said Wade Oscar Twinner, 49, and Lane Twinner, 22. They said were each sentenced to 6 months in prison and a $500 fine for simple assault. They said because the jury found them guilty on the hate crime enhancement, their sentences were increased to a year and a $1,000 fine, meaning the father and son will serve 2 years consecutively for both simple assault charges. They say each Twinner was also sentenced to 5 years of malicious mischief, but had 3 years suspended, so they will only serve 2 years. They say the sentences were run consecutively with the previous charges, so in total they would have to serve 4 years in the Mississippi Department of Corrections with 3 years of supervised probation, and the father and son will have to perform 100 hours of community service, partake in sensitivity training, and not allowed to contact the victims' families. Now each defendant, they said, we have to pay $2,500 in restitution to the victims and $2,500 in fees. Now, they said the district attorney's office said that there could be a retrial for the aggravated assault charge, as the jury couldn't reach a verdict. They say under Mississippi law, discriminatory enhancement is defined as a person committing aggravated assault on another person based on their perceived race, ethnicity, religion, gender, or national origin. They say anyone convicted of an aggravated assault can have a sentence doubled in cases involving discriminatory enhancement. Now, what they end up doing at the time doesn't even make the sentence. It's once again, it's another sentence where they're getting that Mzungu justice. Now, Mzungu justice is slaps on the wrist. Now, this is what happened. You had 2 young brothers riding on some ATVs. This white supremacist father and son, no different than the Ahmaud Arbery situation, trying to run down these brothers, shooting at them, ramming their ATVs. Those you little young brothers are lucky they survived that encounter. Now, that, in my opinion, was attempted murder, especially when you're shooting at people. Why you didn't get the attempted murder charge? Once again, Mzungu justice. Because if it had been a black father and son chasing down 2 Mzungu males, teenagers, okay, and done the exact same thing, them brothers right now will be doing 100 years. Mississippi, oh, you know they'd be doing 100 years. That's what I'm saying. That Mzungu justice. You do crimes and you don't do the time. Think about it. He got a 5-year sentence, but the judge said, I'm going to suspend 3. Why are you suspending the sentence for them? What they were doing? They were trying to run over children and shooting at them. But, they don't look at black children as children and someone you should protect. They only want to do that for themselves. This is why their world is unraveling right now. And there's nothing they can do to save it because you have done black people so wrong. And now it's time to deal with the wickedness of your ways. And every year and every day, you're going to continue to see, the situations that's going on with this Mzungu. He thinks that he can continue doing what he's doing to black people or anybody else. Look at that mess in Afghanistan he done caused. It's blowing up in his face right now. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the situation with this particular story. And if it's your first time joining us on the channel, thank you and welcome. Subscribe. That's the best way for you to know exactly what we have going on is to subscribe. And, you like the video, click that like button and you can go down there below. You can check, connect with us on all social media platforms. They're free to connect. Now you could join us, our website, AfricanDiasporaNews.org. Our website is for our, uncensored opinions because on YouTube, I have to be, or we definitely here have to be within their guidelines. Okay. But on our website, we talk about it all. So make sure to join our website and you can definitely get the opinions that you want to hear that we don't share on YouTube.
Diary of Dark One's Son is a look into the thoughts, opinions, and experiences of a young black man who is wrestling with the tough task of trying to make something out of himself in a very racist and hateful environment. It covers in detail the thoughts of a man as he observes and eventually learns how to cope and deal with the world around him. It is a story of a man who, while beset with many obstacles, learns how to overcome them in order to accomplish his goals and aspirations. This book is not for the faint of heart, and the opinions that are shared in this book can be deemed very offensive to some readers. If you think that you will be offended by the opinions shared in this book, the answer is simple. This is not the book for you. This book is merely the opinions of one man, and it should be taken as such. However, if you really wish to gain insight into the thoughts of a young black male in today's society, then look no further. Read this book. Excerpt from the book. From the chapter, Am I Visible or What? One day when I was walking home from school, I came across this other brother who was walking my way. In his eyes, I could see the sadness, the same sadness that was in mine. I knew exactly what was going through his mind too. He was feeling like an absolute nobody. How did I know, you ask? Because I was feeling the same way at the moment, right when I walked past him. Have you ever felt, if you are a black man reading this, that you were invisible to the world? Not because you want to be, but because people refuse to acknowledge your presence. Read more when you purchase this book. This book can be purchased from lulu.com.
Thank you for watching and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out the African Diaspora News Channel app in the Google Play and Apple App Store.